Hello, everyone. My name is Taha Hussein, and I'm an account technology strategist here at Microsoft in the manufacturing and mobility operating unit. Today, I'm going to talk to you about uh, Microsoft's Agent 365. We're calling it the control plane for agents. So the goal of this session is to talk about how you can support in driving agent adoption at scale inside of your enterprise. Agent 365 was built with one purpose in mind: to accelerate AI mission adoption by delivering visibility, control, protection for a rapidly evolving AI landscape. The key idea to anchor on as you watch the session is that agents need to be managed with the same rigor as users, applications, and devices do. And Agent 365 is how you do that. We're quickly entering an era where there's no agents are no longer experimental. They're rapidly becoming a foundational layer for how work gets done. It's embedded in an application. It is automating workflows. It's collaborating with employees in the loop and each other and acting on behalf of the business. Research suggests that by 2028, there's going to be 1.3 billion agents. And this is not in the distant future. It's 2 years from now. It's near-term reality for IT leaders who need to prepare for now. As agents proliferate, the challenge is no longer can we build the agent? The challenge is can we manage them confidently and securely at scale? So what I want to anchor you on is we need to answer these questions as IT leaders. Can we track and monitor all agents? Do we have the proper guardrails for agents when people interact with them? And are these agents protected? Enter Agent 365. So Agent 365 is built on top of three pillars. It is observe, govern, and secure. So first, observe, because you cannot control what you cannot see. Agent 365 gives you a full picture of all agents in your organization, so their usage patterns and behaviors can be controlled, and you can take action based on what you see. Next, under the govern pillar, it establishes guardrails for agents and users, creating IT-led processes, having the right compliance to be audit ready. And finally, secure, because agents, just like any other asset in your environment, needs strong protection for protecting their identities, access, safeguarding data they use, and defending them against threats and vulnerabilities. So let's go into a few demos regarding this. The first demo we're going to talk about is about observing agent and preventing sprawl. So today's example is going to focus on Zava. At Zava, agents are everywhere in Foundry, in Copilot Studio, in partner ecosystem. This demo will show you how Agent 365 gives organizations the observability, governance, and security required across teams to operate agents at scale. So here we are in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. I can see everything I need to directly in the Admin Center, where I spend most of my time already as an admin managing my users. This is awesome because I don't need to learn any new tools or switch between multiple portals. So let's jump into how you manage agents. So here you can see 4 different boxes around user licensing breakdown, M365 usage, Copilot activity, but also agent activity. And underneath agent activity, you see the ability to click on manage agents. So let's click on that. And when you do that, I see key information like how many agents I have, how many users are interacting with these agents. I also see the breakdown on where the agents are coming from, how many were published by IT, by users. These include agents built in Copilot Studio, Foundry, also built by ecosystems with our partners such as Manus, N8N, GenSpark. As I scroll down, I see other key metrics. Everything I need to know about the security posture, adoption patterns, operational health, business impact, it's all there. Now that I have an idea of the overall metrics, let's take a look at individual agents in this registry. What I'm going to do is in the left-hand pane, click on all agents. When I do that, I'm able to see all the agents and where they're coming from. The registry gives me full access. Also, it automatically consolidates all agents built on the Microsoft AI platform like Copilot Studio. I want to go and take a deeper look at a specific agent and see what is being used by that agent. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Zava Fabric Supplier agent. When I drill into the details, the first thing I see is an overview of the agent, the description of what it does and where it was built. We see this was built on Foundry, it's available to some users, and it's published in channels such as Copilot and Teams. And the goal of it is to coordinate sourcing requests, validate supplier detail, and track orders. Next, we'll click on users. And here I can see who is currently using it. And I can add and remove users based on who needs access to it, based on individual users, user groups, even full business units. Next, let's click on data and tools. I can see what powers this agent, including connectors, knowledge sources, the tools that it relies on. In this view, I see it's using a few MCP servers, using some documents and PDFs, as well as the website that Zava uses. And then it's also using connectors to DevOps, Jira, and Confluence. Next, under security and compliance, I can see what policies are being applied that are taken from Purview, Defender, and Entra. Next, I click on permissions and I can see the different permissions it has and what it's allowed to access at runtime based on read, write, and so on based on the privilege level. I'll go ahead and close this. Now I can see that this agent view also shows me agents at risk. Let's click on that. When I'm here, I can see a bunch of agents that have been flagged with risks and alerts around them. Let's click on the change management agent. Here I see there's a few risks coming from Entra signals, a spike in login attempts, as well as a user that's deemed risky based on their login patterns. Entra is continuously monitoring agent activity to look for patterns and threats. Because this has very sensitive information for us, I'm going to go ahead and click on block. And I can choose to go ahead and save. And this will now block that agent from being accessed by anybody in the organization. Next, I'm going to go into the ownerless agents tab and see what agents don't have anybody that currently owns them and provided new owner so it's not orphaned. We'll click on the Zava procurement agent. We see there is no owner, so I'll click on assign new owner underneath it. And I will search Robin Counts because she is a M1 within the organization whose employee left. Hence, I'm elevating it to the manager of the person who created the agent. Next, I'll click on Assign. And now we've assigned it a new owner, just like that. Next, I'll click on Settings in the left-hand side of the Admin Center. And I'll click on Rules because I don't want to have to individually go to every orphaned agent and provide a new owner. So I'll click on Rules and I'll click on Add a Rule. We'll call this rule Reassign Owner's List Agents to Manager. And the criteria is if no owner is found and it finds the 7 that are still orphaned, and we'll say assign them to the manager. Once I've applied this, the owner list agents will have a new owner. Next, we'll click on Map in the All Agents view. And here, visually, you can zoom in or zoom out to see what agents are accessing what data sources. So we'll go ahead and zoom in. And here, zoom in a little more, we can see that the comms agent has access to the procurement strategy agent, the learning guide data source, the compliant agent, and the distribution agent. This visual view allows us to see what is impacting what across the business, across OUs, across different functions in just one single view via a visual map. Let's click on the comms agent. Here I can see the activity, active users, exceptions, and hours assisted. Just like that, we've seen how IT admins can get the observability they need across agents in their organizations, teams to collaborate with confidence, and agents can be adopted and scaled without losing control. Next, I'm going to show you a demo of how you prevent against AI threats and vulnerabilities. So in this demo, we will start with Cecil, the IT admin, and we'll talk about how teams work together to mitigate risk in the organizations as AI agents scale. As AI agents scale, AI agents introduce both internal risk like data oversharing and external risks like prompt injection. As AI agents grow more complex, the attack surface expands. In this demo, we will focus on the external risk types. You will see how IT and security ops teams work together to ensure that AI agents and users are monitored in real time, with unsafe actions blocked at execution and secure teams alerted for rapid investigation. Starting off as an IT admin in M365, I can see agents that have associated risks with them. So I'll scroll down and click on Manage Agent Risks. Here, I see a few agents that are at risk. We'll click on the Customer Billing Agent for this demo. Under Security and Compliance, you will see unresolved alerts with high critical severity from Defender in the Admin Center. I need to give my security ops teams a nudge to investigate on their end. So we'll pivot into Isaac, the SOC analyst for the Zava security team. As the SOC analyst, Microsoft Defender is my go-to solution for threat protection, including posture management and investigation. So I'll move into the Defender portal. Here I see there is a critical severity alert. I need enriched security information about my agent. So what I'll do is I will click on the collection incident involving one user incident as it's at a critical severity level. What this does is allows me to see what has triggered it, the assessment that Defender has made. So I can go ahead and click on the incident page. And clicking to the incident page provides me a detailed explanation of what happened, who was involved, and additional context. I see alerts related to the agent are combined into detailed incident, including persistent jailbreak attempts on a Copilot student agent, and an AI agent tool invocation by the same user that was blocked by Defender. The alert provides me recommended actions to remediate this alert. I'll scroll down through the incident report. The alert also shows me where Gryffindor tried to invoke the same email tool multiple times with a short time period. If we wanted to, we could investigate the user further through advanced hunting to view additional activity from the user across a wider time. I'll go ahead and select Gryffindor on the incident graph. When I do that, this gives me, as an SOC analyst, information about potentially stolen credentials, carrying out suspicious activity. So I'll go ahead and click on user details. And in this, I can click on the ellipses in the user pane and confirm that the user was compromised. But I don't want to stop here. I want to prevent future incidents in my organization. So what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and select the customer billing agent. And here I can click on AI agent details. And to prevent further incidents from happening, I can select the Go Hunt functionality in Defender and run this query for the most up-to-date data for this agent. I can see attributes such as agent's name, creation date, who last modified it, and when. It also shows action triggers of what actually causes it to run and any connected child agent it interacts with. Now, tying this back to the earlier attack, we saw that Defender's real-time protection blocked a tool invocation tied to a tool that sends emails. That's already good news. But as an investigator, I want to know what else this agent can do and how risky that might be. So I'll go ahead and select on community queries on the left-hand side from the Go Hunt functionality. By opening the agent tool details, I can immediately see, in addition to sending emails, the agent can also access MCP servers. And here's the catch. MCP servers often expose a broad set of actions, read, write, modify, when the agent only needs a subset. This kind of over-permissioning violates principles of the least privilege access. It can dramatically increase the impact the agent has when it's compromised. So this context helped me quickly assess how severe this incident is. But I don't want to stop here. I want to find other agents in my organization that are exposing me to over-permissioning risks. So what I will do is I'll click on the AI agent MCP tool with marker with maker credentials. When I do this, I have pre-built queries designed specifically for AI agents, making it easy to spot misconfigurations, excessive permissions, and other risky steps. The advanced hunting results all of the metadata queried with results to multiple agents that have MCP tools with maker privileges while running, putting these agents at even higher risk. With this info, I can make a request to the builder of the agents to reconfigure the MCP permissions to make sure the agent is secure with the right posture. With Defender, teams can work together to continue to strengthen their agent security posture and protect against threats. In this demo, we saw how IT and security operation teams work together to proactively identify, mitigate violations before an attack occurs to significantly reduce risk and prevent future incidents. So that brings an end to my demo. To overview what we just saw today is Agent 365 across the observe, govern, and secure pillars. And it does that by using additional feature functionality in existing tools such as the Admin Center, Defender, Entra, and Purview. We believe the fastest path to getting agents under control is by managing them in a similar way that you manage users. With Agent 365, you extend the existing infrastructure to include agents, integrate agent management into existing workflows with familiar Microsoft solution. So the value here is you have a faster path to organization-wide agent deployment, streamlined integration of agents into high-impact business processes, reduction of risk associated with AI adoption, and the scaling confidence of AI transformation.